Hey guys, Lady2246 here, and today I am doing a makeup tutorial for an NPC I'll be playing named Norra. And Norra is a very energetic person. Very pink, very everything. So, you know what? We have a color palette with a lot of pinks. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but we're going to try this. Maybe if I go like that? No? Yes? Maybe so. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Okay. Lighting never likes to cooperate. And then I have some base black eyeliners, along with some white lipstick, which I can always use to accent, and everything like that. Make some highlights. And some pretty pink lipsticks, depending on what way I end up going with this and what style it ends up being. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, you want to prep your face by washing it and everything like that. Just make sure you have the cleanest palette. I did that already. And the second thing is that if you have hair that'll get in your face like this, all during it, boom, head down. Doesn't look as nice, but we don't need it to look as nice, because we'll be out of that in a second. So then you want to start with your foundation. I'm using some white one to get a kind of mask look that she has. It's sort of like a geisha. It's almost what she has in comparison. I'm just giving a few guidelines. Everyone in the mating class has a very fair complexion with it. Maiden means woman, as some of you know. But in this case, the specific mating class is actually quite dangerous, and refers to and badly, you just think, oh, hey, how cute. And it's essentially the whole idea of it. But about the full idea of the, got the end of my nail now, okay. About the full idea of the RP, it can get slightly confusing as to what exactly they are. So essentially, you have your two factions in the RP. You have your dark spanners and your light spanners, which I gave myself a mustache. What is that? Am I beautiful yet? Which are basically just a faction of demons or angels, but all of the player characters will be playing as half forms of them, or essentially characters that have fallen out of favor with their introduced abilities. And essentially the fight is to, depending on what group you're in, because the different groups will go and react differently and look at the draw and everything like that, you will go into each one and you will decide whether you want to try to rejoin your old faction, or whether you're gonna say, screw my old faction, they threw me out, I'm gonna go join the other one because I feel more at home there. All the NPCs will already be set up, as is with other RPs and everything. Just gonna keep it nice and simple on everyone else, so that you only have to concern yourself with your character and their interactions with the other characters around you. And so essentially you're fighting that, and along the way you have to get through all these different levels with all these various encounters with different people who have more supernatural or the same amount of supernatural power as you. Or I know for a fact, this won't be much of a spoiler, because I don't think anyone who will actually be participating is allowed to search the tag right now. Like I know for instance there'll actually be one moral dilemma which will kind of set you on a path, such as there's a group of humans, and that group of humans will not be as powerful as you. They will actually rely on you and ask for safe passage into somewhere else. That's a big spoiler, so I'm not going to say where, because it's the same for both sides. It's kind of a neutral Quester territory of it, where both factions will actually have to work together, whether they like it or not. But exactly what they're crossing, what they're fighting, I'm not going to say. Gotta keep a little bit of the surprise element. As a whole group with both factions, whether to leave them there to fend for themselves or if you want to help them. For the actual makeup part of this, you can see that I am avoiding around my eyes like this, or well, darker, not as pale as the rest of my face right now, and that is due to me wanting to leave an open socket because it's supposed to be kind of like a mask, and I leave my eyes more depth, which, depending on the eye makeup, it'll make it easier for it to spread in that area and show up more itself without me having to go over it as many times. I am getting a bit closer there with just some of the white thing that I have was just powder, just simple costume store powder, $6. Put a bit of a highlight up the cheekbones. I have my glasses on so I can't see my best, but I can see a few areas that are being problematic right now. Like that. I'm also going to put some right here along the side of my face by my ear, and to kind of make that more of a stark distinction between the ends, because I'm not doing that, I'm not doing my ears, so I want to make this area a bit more finite. More attention drawn to it. I'm gonna also take some down here and get my jawline more predominant where I want it to be, so that my chin and under here, even though I put makeup on it, I don't want it to be the main focus of this necessarily. And I'm going to dim my chin because I can see more fleshy colors poking through, because I have a lot of red on my chin, so I'm gonna get that. Correct as necessary to your own face. Obviously I'm not really showing all these steps for this, but that's because this is kind of the base coat, and that will be more of a individual thing that you'll have to do versus some of the other ones where you will be closer to following the actual thing, because the correction for this will be different for everyone. In the mating class, I know for a fact that a couple people are doing more of a gray skin tone due to rank and everything, because the higher up in the rank you get, the more almost dead they described it as you look, or the less lifelike you look. If you start at the lower ranks, you look kind of lifelike, kind of like, oh yeah, like a really almost I want to be this, like the ideal image of the world of youth and everything. And then as you go up in rank, you look like unnaturally kind of ghost-like and everything like that. Even more so than the lower ones. one. And one last thing I forget for the base coat, you want to make sure that it gets up to where you plan to pull your hair back and it outlines in your face, and that you go a bit under like I did earlier with that, just to make sure that you get everywhere that you could possibly want it to go. And you go past it a bit on the underside, just to blend it a little bit more, make it a little bit more of a cut off between your face and your natural skin tone. And you're really going to want it to get really as far as to the edges. I think I might have even gotten some of this in my hair that I didn't pull back. But as you can see, I really did go like up until the break of my ear with the makeup, and that's really what you want to do for this look, because it is more of a mask than anything else. So yeah, I will see you in the next part. Okay, so on to stage 2, which will essentially be the blush. And I have 2 types of actual blush here with me. One is a bit paler and one is a bit pinker. And they are both from the Fit Me Maybelline collection. So yeah, get started with that. Okay, so I'm starting with the one that is paler or more of a neutral color. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to take some of that on my brush. And I'm going to fill the brush pretty heavy with that. I'm going to suck in my face like this. And I'm just going to take my brush and drag it through from the back of my face to the front. For this layer, an approximate location is okay because we're using this one as a base. And not a main one. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a bit of color showing up right now. I feel like I look funny every time I do this. Actually, I know I look funny, it's just how funny do I look? I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to try blotting it now. And because I'm working with a lot of pastels, I don't know how well it's getting picked up on camera. I really don't, because I just have my iPhone recording, because that was the best camera I currently have, but I said I'd do a tutorial for this, so we're doing a tutorial for it. But there is color coming, I swear. And just keep in mind you're doing a bit of a mask. This one's going a lot over where you would normally apply blush, you would usually not go. So that's what I'm going to do with the light one. Once again, this part of it isn't meant to look the best or most glamorous. That one's meant to just be a kind of base coat for the other one, which is right here. And so I'm gonna get this one ready and clear my brush so I don't contaminate. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back with this cute little blush and a clean brush. So I'm going to do this one with a lot on the brush to start, because I'm going to just do some circles. Right in the corner, because that was one specific thing, is that they all must have some sort of darker highlight in. And heck, to spread it through, I'm even going to take some of this and go like this. So now I'm very pinky in this sense. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to Alright, so Yeah, there's that one. And then we'll move on to some of the whites and some of the other eye stuff involved in this. So it should be fun. This is like how much extra makeup I have on this brush. Yeek. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Alright, see you in a sec. For anyone who's curious, actually not that much time is passing between these things, probably like a minute to 2 minutes for most of them. 3 minutes if I really need to clean the brush or something. But so now I'm going to just use one of my cheapy palettes that I've had since 7th grade that has some nice, I'm just going to color it like that, and I'm going to kind of further accent the break at the top, and simultaneously cover up where I went a bit high with it at first, and give it a bit of a highlight. It does all three simultaneously. Essentially what I'm going through and doing now is I'm retouching it, so if I smile, it'll be just more around the dimples and less everywhere else. And then you can take a palette that just has some pink right in that crease, and it should make it a bit better. Mind you, it should be mixed probably with the white that you just used to block everything out though. Because now I have it blending with everything else, otherwise it will look too harsh of a line. And I'm actually taking some pink and filling back in. And so then now this is what we have instead, where it stops more right there along it. So yeah, that's that part. And now for the hardest part and biggest part, the eyes. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm taking some of my eyeshadow, which is very similar to the palette I used down here, to help me with that. And I'm actually going to take some of the brown and put it on top of my blush that I put on my eyes to kind of, I guess, prime my eyes. That's not what it's for, but this one will hopefully, if I can get it to actually spread on, because I haven't used this brown in a while, hopefully give me more of a bronzy look. If I ever try to open my eyeball between this one, it's because this one's weaker. And it's harder for me to keep it shut. When I'm doing things here, because it's like, why is your doing so? Why are you poking me? Essentially. And I'm going to just shake a bit of a brown streak and make mine up. We dose the eyelid with a lighter white. Well, not the eyelid, like the area between your eyelid and your eyebrow. And I went a bit too high there, so we're gonna smooth that out, please. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just retouching this because I messed it up because I went too high in the lines. But it's okay, perfectly fine, we're good. Hopefully, with what I can do with the eyeliner, it should blend in nicely. Okay, so now I have my gold eyeliner, and I'm going to draw that right under the curve of my eyeball. It will not show up very good, but that's on purpose. Because if you catch it in the light, it's just a glimmer of it. And then I'm going to go up through here and I'm going to just draw it in and go out with it. But then I'm basically going to go next to it and I'm going to color in right next to it with gold and a bit right upside my eyebrow like that. I'm going to take the, oh, please work properly. No, you're not gonna work properly. It's okay. I'm going to take my ultra fancy smudgy tool. And I'm gonna smudge it together. And it will essentially make those really dark lines not as harsh. Rectangles. And spread it back through. It will make everything a bit darker though, so you have to be careful. Yeah, you do it, my eyeliner thing, it looks disgusting, it used to be black. And you're gonna have a kind of crescent, a darker patch more around your eyes. It was all really just to draw that out. From it, I need to fix my nose now because I messed it up a lot. No, and heck, even if you want, you can go in here and pick up some of your brown and mix it with some of the white and gold that you have on your brush right now. That skips optional, it doesn't have to do it. Actually, they're all optional technically. You can work out a way to do it. But no, basically your eyes are going to look all jacked up and kind of demon-like. But you really just want to make sure that you have it nice and done in. Your eyes will look dark. To parallel them not being all as nice as they appear to be. And then black. And go basically right over where you did your gold. And go like that. And don't poke yourself in the eye like I just did. And take it from your little bump in your eye. So I take it down like that. And what you're essentially doing is making your pattern. Symmetry is not important for the skip, because the more it's off, the cooler it'll look. But so now I'm going to go back over with white powder, just to clear it up a bit more. Alright, so powder's back and I hid my button so I don't entirely get it covered in snowfall like I did last time. And you're going to just take almost an excessive amount, like more than you did in the beginning, on your finger to make the lines less black. Yeah, you could use a gray for the skip if you want to skip this, but this gives it really a back tie-in into the skin tone of it. So I would recommend using black. I'm just gonna fix my nose while I'm here. I said I'd do that off camera, but I changed my mind and I figured I should show how to fix it. You want to take your powder back. And you want to dabble in it. And you just want to drag it all in the same direction on top of what you've done. Essentially, this tutorial is very repetitive in the sense that you're doing a lot of skips over and over again. And now, if you notice, I am actually going into my eyes with the powder and everything, and that is on purpose. Please don't get this in your eye, though. It hurts. Alright, and then I'm going to cap the powder, and I'm going to take some eyeshadow. Yep, okay, I'm good, I'm back. Brain decided to leave me for a minute. The pink type to it. And just basically go nuts with your upper eyelid with it. Props if you spread it down to your cheekbone a little bit earlier. And then after that, you want to choose your lipstick. In this case, I believe I'm gonna go with this one. And don't do me, don't multiple ways, just swipe the same way for it to turn out the best. It helps if you pick a lipstick which is kind of neutral but kind of not. That will stand out slightly against the rest of what you're doing. A brighter color works better for this. Once you do that, you can take an accent like darker lipstick like this, and you can just swipe around the lipstick. Don't go hard, otherwise you'll get some indents and those aren't fun. But just kind of lightly swipe it. And then go like that. And you have a darker color in that area to kind of draw depth to it if you don't have the depth. And you can also go around the corners with it and make your tips more vibrant with it. And it just helps with depth and bringing it all together. You can also take your darker lipstick color and go for your eye, like that real quick. And just what's the one in your top region. And just get a quick coat of it so it kind of blends throughout, and the eye can follow it from there to your eye if someone's actively engaged in a conversation with you. And at this point, you're basically done with makeup, sans touch-ups, but I'm pretty happy with this, so I'll do my touch-ups off screen that I do. If I do them, I'll say what I did. And now, at this point, you want your accessories for your character. Alright, so before I go jump with the accessories on, essentially what I did was I took some water on a brush and I ended up taking my gold streak out a bit more and using gravity to my advantage can make it fall and make a thicker gold line underneath, because I figured that went in a bit better. And it drew out the gold at the top a bit more in person. Be careful not to get your line, your black line pulled with it. You really want to just get the gold line with it, because the black line is prominent enough without it. And that was about what I did. I put like one more swipe of the dark lipstick on the center, and I cleaned off a spot right there that I saw was very pink when I put my glasses on. I couldn't see it before. I think I got it now. Pretty sure. Alright, so now I'm gonna get a few accessories like my wig, and be right back. Right, so you're gonna want to take any kind of hair like this and tuck it behind your ear whenever you put a wig cap on, just because as a general thing. And I'm gonna stop talking so I can speak through this part of the video because it's really weird. But I just want to show kind of a general principle of how to put a wig cap on, if I can even do it right now. Make sure to get all your hair tucked in there and whatnot. Now you want to take your wig. Hair length is longer, shorter. The maidens are very practical. And if they're in combat, you'll usually see it tied, but not all the time. Norra in particular had lighter hair. There is no set hair color for maiden, but Norra's was a light strawberry. So I got this one. It has the red tint to the blonde to make it like this. And I thought the hairstyle fit because the length of the hair corresponds with kind of the rank for them. And Norra is kind of a mid-level, so it worked out well. All said and done. Well, I can see like little strands moving. So, yeah, that's the wig. And this is the face makeup for Norra. Essentially, the hair will kind of cover the dark bits, but as you can see, they're still there, purposely. I purposely did it so that would be kind of hidden. Back to the thing of kind of the illusion of sweet, versus the actual being of sweet. Yeah, the maidens fight in a nice kind of dress, and the dress hides a bunch of things like weapons and whatnot, so it'll be a fun time. And ironically, I can't wear my glasses, I'll have to wear contacts because Norra has very good eyesight. Thank you, my friends, for giving me the character with the best eyesight when I have the worst. So, yeah. This is just a real simple, real repetitive tutorial of how to do Norra. And just some general information about the RP I'm doing to kind of help fan the fire for it, and so that they can show these videos and stuff when people are trying to play in their character, if they want to be an NPC. Kind of an intake of what you read up to, general makeup wise. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know I'm not professional by any means at this. Heck, I really don't even know how to do it. Which is why I end up using a lot of things I shouldn't use in different areas, or why it gets so repetitive, because I don't start all the way I want to the first time, so it's kind of an adventure for me and you whenever I do a video like this. So these won't by any means be a common thing on the channel. Just kind of posted this for the heck of it, because I figured, you know what, if I'm going to show it to a bunch of people that are going to be in this RP, why not show it to you guys and at least have some uploaded content. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, as always. Till next time.